Oh my God. I really liked him though. I don't care who he's dating. I always had a crush on him. That was Blu Cantrell, back in her prime, laughing about Jay-Z in an old interview. No filter, no script, just vibes. But what happened next? That's where the story takes a turn. Because the woman who had chart-topping hits, Grammy nominations, and the world at her feet suddenly vanished. And many believe she wasn't just forgotten, she was erased.
Who was Blu Cantrell?
Really? Let's rewind to the early 2000s. Blu Cantrell, real name Tiffany Cobb, wasn't just a one-hit wonder. Her debut single, Hit 'Em Up Style, Oops, was a cultural moment, a breakup anthem, a boss move, a whole mood before we even said mood. She was touring with legends, performing on MTV, doing fashion spreads. This woman had it. But here's a little-known fact. Blu didn't come from a music dynasty or industry connections. She came from nothing. Raised by a single mother in Rhode Island, hustling through poverty. She wrote her own music. She earned that spotlight. So how does someone with that much momentum just disappear? The Jay-Z entanglement, Jay-Z. Multiple insiders have hinted that Blu and Jay had more than just industry respect for each other. They were seen vacationing in the Bahamas, spotted together at private after-parties, and even snapped entering hotels side by side. Suspicious or just showbiz? When Wendy Williams, yes, the queen of messy, asked Blu point-blank if she had kissed Jay-Z, Blu just smirked and blushed. Didn't deny it, didn't confirm it. Just enough to keep us guessing. Now imagine this. Beyoncé's solo career is just beginning. Jay-Z's attention is divided. Rumors are flying. And suddenly, Blu stops getting label support. Coincidence? Or cleanup? The industry shutdown begins. Her second album, Bittersweet, was Grammy nominated. Yes, it flopped commercially, but not because it was bad. The label didn't promote it. Radio stations stopped spinning her songs. Interviews dried up. She later found out the lawyer who helped her negotiate her contract was also working for the label. Let that sink in. The same person supposed to protect her was allegedly working with Jay-Z's circle. Imagine going to court with a public defender who's secretly on your ex's payroll. That's what Blu was dealing with. She said, "If I had known, I would have gotten my own lawyer. They took what was mine." So ask yourself, was this about competition in music? Or was this about control? The Blue Ivy theory, real or ridiculous? Now, here's where it gets messy. A theory began to spread that Blue Ivy, Beyonce and Jay-Z's daughter, might not be Beyonce's biological child. Wild? Maybe. But stick with me. In 2011, Beyonce announced her pregnancy at the VMAs. It was iconic. But then came the now infamous folding baby bump video. Footage of her sitting down during an interview, and her stomach appeared to collapse. Internet detectives went feral. Some swore it was a prosthetic belly. Some claimed a surrogate was involved. But a select few whispered an even darker theory, that Blu Cantrell was the real mother, that there had been a pregnancy, possibly during her time with Jay-Z, and the fallout led to her career being destroyed and her silence bought. Now, let's be very clear. There's no concrete proof, but the theory never dies, because after Blu vanished, Beyonce's brand exploded. The breakdown, or the escape. Fast forward to 2014, Blu Cantrell resurfaces not with a comeback album, but with headlines. She's found running barefoot through the streets of Santa Monica at 2 a.m., screaming that someone is trying to gas her. The media called it a mental breakdown, but Blu later claimed it was something deeper: trauma, betrayal, fear. says she wasn't having a meltdown, she was escaping. And she wasn't crazy, she was targeted. Now think about this. Martin Lawrence, 1996, found in the streets claiming people were trying to kill him. Kanye West, 2016, hospitalized after publicly calling out Jay-Z and Beyonce. Britney Spears, years of alleged psychological abuse, all under the public eye. Every time a celebrity gets too real, too inconvenient, they're branded as unstable. Pattern or playbook? What do you think? Drop your thoughts in the comments. The women who vanished when Beyonce rose. As Beyonce's solo career skyrocketed, other talented R&B women began to fade, almost in sync. Let's break it down. Maya. Grammy wins, Jay-Z collabs, then blackballed. She later said she had to rebuild from scratch. Monica. One of the most recognizable voices in R&B, suddenly off the airwaves. Teairra Mari, allegedly too close to Jay-Z. Rumors say Beyonce stepped in and her deals evaporated overnight. Kathy White, rumored to be pregnant by Jay-Z, she was found dead the day before she was reportedly going public. And of course, Aaliyah, a star who was transitioning into movies, dominating charts and dating Dame Dash, Jay-Z's former best friend and business partner. She died in 2001. Destiny's Child took over right after. Not saying it's connected, but doesn't it make you wonder?
A warning wrapped in a career.
So what if Blu Cantrell was never a cautionary tale about fleeting fame, but the first chapter in a longer playbook? One where female artists get silenced, erased, or replaced when they become inconvenient. One where the music industry protects power and buries the rest. Blu tried to speak up. She warned Beyonce publicly. She called out betrayal. And then, gone. But now, people are starting to remember. Fans, whistleblowers, journalists, even ex-industry insiders. The truth doesn't stay buried forever. Because if Blu Cantrell really was erased, who's next? Did Beyonce rise because she was the most talented? Or because no one else was allowed to compete? Let's talk about it. Drop a comment.